Hey, it's Val Schmidt, author of this little piece of nonfiction here, The 2-Week Brain Reset. It's about how I cured my anxiety and how anybody else can do it too. It can be found on Amazon. It's a short little read, so pick it up there if you like reading an actual paperback book, or there's a Kindle version there also. But I'm here reading the whole thing to you for free. So we're going to move on to section 2 now. I already read section 1, so if you missed that, go back and listen to that first because it's important. And so now we're moving on to section 2, which is nutrition. And the first chapter in this section is chapter 4, Why Nutrition is Important. I'm going to start throwing a bunch of science at you, but don't panic. We're done panicking. That's not why we're here. There's no test later. This is just to legitimize everything I suggest you do in this book. That being said, nutrition can have a significant impact on your brain and mental health. From the minute we're born, adequate nutrition is essential to our optimal brain development and function. Proper intake of nutrients like omega-3 fatty acids, vitamins B6 and B12, and iron have been shown to support the growth and functioning of the brain. Wow. The food you eat can influence your moods and emotions. Nutrients like carbohydrates, protein, and certain amino acids are involved in the production of neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine, you've probably heard of those, which play a pivotal role in regulating mood. Neurotransmitters are the chemical messengers that transmit signals between the neurons in the brain. They're super important, so we want to give them the best fuel that we can. Amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, play a crucial role in the production of these neurotransmitters. For example, the amino acid tryptophan is necessary to produce serotonin, a neurotransmitter that regulates mood, appetite, and sleep. The amino acid tyrosine is necessary to produce dopamine and norepinephrine, which are involved in reward, motivation, and attention. Certain vitamins and minerals are also essential in the production and function of neurotransmitters. For example, vitamin B6 is necessary to produce serotonin, dopamine, and norepinephrine. Iron is also essential to produce dopamine, while magnesium is necessary for the release of serotonin. So some things help produce neurotransmitters, other things help release them. Carbohydrates get a bad rap in the diet world. Nobody likes carbs, right? But they are the body's main source of energy, and they also play a role in the production and function of neurotransmitters. Eating carbs can increase the production of serotonin, which can improve mood and reduce anxiety. That's why we feel so good after we eat a bunch of carbs. Of course, a healthy diet can also help improve overall cognitive function, including memory, attention, and processing speed. Nutrients like choline, vitamin E, and omega-3 acids are particularly important for brain function. Imagine how much better you could perform at work or school with a clear and healthy brain. Stress and anxiety can impact your eating habits, but what you eat can also impact your stress and anxiety levels. Read that again. I'll repeat it again since you're not reading. Stress and anxiety can impact your eating habits. If you're stressed out, it can impact what you eat, but what you eat can also make you more stressed or anxious. It's the basis for the first section of this book. Many studies suggest that poor nutrition may contribute to the development of mental health disorders like depression and anxiety. Big surprise, right? Overall, nutrition plays a crucial role in brain function and mental health. What you eat affects neurotransmitters by providing the raw materials needed for their production and by influencing the release and function of these chemical messengers in the brain. It's all run by what you eat. So it's very important to get your nutrition in line for your mental health. A lot of people don't think of nutrition as feeding your brain and the way that it works. You think of it for the rest of your body and for your heart and for your digestion, but it affects this just as much, if not more. When we know this, we realize that our modern Western diets are practically perfect for cultivating mental disorders. It's no wonder everyone seems to have anxiety problems nowadays. Eating a balanced diet that includes a variety of nutrient-dense foods is essential for supporting optimal brain function and improving mental well-being. So why wouldn't we change the way that we eat? Here's an activity. Write down or just think of everything you can remember eating in the last 24 hours. let me do this for you real quick. I had a real bad day yesterday. I didn't sleep well the night before. I will cover sleep in a later chapter. Yesterday I had a protein shake, some chips and salsa, and McDonald's for dinner with my children. So yesterday was not a good day for me. Are there any vegetables? Not a vegetable, unless you include McDonald's French fries. I did not have a vegetable. I did bad yesterday. I did very bad. And the whole day I was mentally off. So today I'm right back on track. I did have a protein shake for breakfast, and I'm gonna do much better the rest of the day. I'm gonna have a salad for lunch, I think, and maybe some salmon for dinner or something. But we'll get to all the stuff you can eat. But just for the sake of transparency, I have bad eating days too, and I brought up this activity on the perfect day. So the questions to think about are you getting enough protein? I did not. How many vegetables make an appearance? None. What's your sugar intake like? My sugar intake was pretty good. Usually I do well with that. I had a couple sips of my kids' slushies. But if you're a modern American, your answers are probably not great. Your brain has probably taken a long ride on the struggle bus just trying to survive on overly processed and sugary foods. I'm not judging. I've been there too, like yesterday. Again, normally I do very well. Yesterday was a particularly bad day, which is a perfect example for this. But let's break this cycle of poor choices and learn to properly fuel ourselves. So that's the end of chapter 4. So next up, I will read chapter 5, which is Awesome Foods for Mental Health. This is one of, if not the most important chapter in the whole book. So make sure you give that a watch. Thanks.